Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble.
Yo, hey yo, that's rough. It's one of those rough moments when you lose a stream. Hey yo, there we go. Hey, I'm back. Hey, there you are. Hey, here's me. What's up? That's all I really want. That's all I really want is just to make it through one stream without it crashing. That's all I want. Is it too much to ask? Is it too much to ask? One stream. That's all I need. That's all I need, just one stream where it doesn't crash in the middle. Please. 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 Okay, where are we? This is why we can't have nice things. This is right. That's true. It's part of the show. It builds suspense. Jack Levy knows. Jack Levy knows. What a cliffhanger. Hello. That's right. Hey, we're back. Yes, I have a direct connection. I have a direct Ethernet to Google Fiber. Yes, I do. It's true. It's the program. Honestly, it's the streaming program I use. I'm trying to keep all these different windows open. I have like literally half of my screen is for me to see, half the screen's for you to see. It's a mess. The whole thing's a mess. I need to upgrade my setup. One day, it'll be better. One day it'll be better. Just produce music. Honestly, I've never told you guys this, but I've released an album on iTunes years ago. Almost 10 years ago, I released an album by myself on iTunes. I played all the instruments, and I even sang like a dope. It's not that good. It was a learning experience. It was a learning experience to say the least. I'm gonna do more stuff like that. I'm trying to do something right now for you guys. No big deal. So, when are we retiring? What's up with the comments? Oh, yo, hey, yo, woo, woo, what's up? Yeah, DM showed up at my house. That would be great. If he showed up at my house, I would honestly just invite him in and we could have some iced tea on the back porch and we could chat about XRP and make a video for you guys. It'd be chill. It wouldn't be a thing. Hey, yo. Honestly, no matter how much I play on the internet and make fun with videos on the internet, every single person who's in the XRP fam, honestly, a friend of mine. I'd be happy to shake your hand in public and sit down and have a drink. I don't drink alcohol, but we could have a tea. Thank you, Gordon Gecko. I appreciate it. Very much appreciating your support right now. What about the XRP wrap? Meowgi knows. It's got to be good. It's got to be good enough. I made a couple versions that weren't good enough. I'll tell you that. It's got to be. I'm a perfectionist, so I'm having a hard time letting this out. But let's watch this again, and then we'll go back to the news.
Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble.
Yeah, exactly. The Sober Club. What's up, Jill? Oh yeah, I forgot, Jill. You're like a athlete trainer, and so is your daughter. Y'all are all about that fit, healthy lifestyle. That's cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. Oh, you guys can't see me. Don't get me wrong. If it's a celebratory occasion, if I'm with the family or something, or if I'm out, I might have a drink. But I'm not a big drinker. I don't really drink at all, honestly. Saudi Arabia bans crypto. Cambo Vision. Did they really? Did they really ban crypto? It sounds like another one of those things that they would do right before they turn around and say, actually, we're building out a whole digital ecosystem around XRP. So we got a couple different things to look at for the news. 11 o'clock news, trying to catch up with what happened. The stream fell off in the middle of the video. How are you guys feeling? Cheers, good morning. Welcome back. The Sober Club, the crypto enthusiasts, fighting the FUD, chopping the FUD, staying ahead of the FOMO.
KF, where can I see the video? Link title.
Where can I see the video? What video? What video? Tell me more. Tell me more. Man, a lot of you guys are sober. That's awesome. So very, very proud of you guys. Very cool. Awesome. Shout out to all you sober folks. That's legit. You guys can relate. I mean, I get my inebriation from my exercise now and from breathing. Welcome back. Hey, yo. All musicians are so critical of themselves. It's true. But my stuff was not that good. It needs to be better. Yeah, Saudi Arabia is partnering with Ripple Labs, or it's literally made the announcement that they're trying to develop and build out an ecosystem around Ripple and XRP. So I'm not really concerned about them posturing, saying they're going to ban crypto and planning to build out an ecosystem around XRP. Sounds about exactly like what everyone else is doing in the world right now too. Yes, Night Journ, is that a thing? I am the firstborn. The controversial video. Which one? The last video I put up? It's on my channel. Why would I have to post it? You can just go to... Why would I put the... I mean, I can put the link if you need to. You don't drink either. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. That's nice. Of course you're sober at work. I hope you are. I hope you are. Is that a thing? Are firstborn perfectionists? I mean, I respect you guys. You're adults. You can make choices about what you decide to do. I respect your choices. You can do it. Okay. Monero. You guys ever heard of Monero? It's one of those popular coins. It's one of those popular privacy coins. People might have heard of it before. Monero XMR hash rate witnesses a massive breakdown. What's that about? No. Stop it. So looking at BitInfo charts, they're using my favorite site. I love BitInfo charts. One of the top cryptocurrencies in the market, popularly known as a privacy coin, has witnessed a significant decrease in hash rate, the most significant ever since the hard fork. This has led to a whole Monero community rejoicing about the drop, as an enthusiast claims that Monero has won its first battle with ASIC. So I don't know if this is possibly something you guys are aware of, but looking at like Monero's ASIC resistance algorithm attempts, looking at them trying to stay ahead of the ASIC the ASIC chips, application-specific integrated circuits focused on streamlining or refining the processes with. As soon as you started processing, specific chips to do these mining battles, these hashed out mining battles, they think that they've made the first win. The first battle has been won. The war is not over. Again, looking at Bitmain, probably trying to continue. Oh, they continue on. They say it. They're going to talk about it. Let's just read it. Bitmain, the biggest Bitcoin mining company and the largest ASIC chip producer, had released a new product, Antminer X3. It was mainly created for mining Monero. This led the community fearing that Monero would become centralized if the product witnessed mass adoption. So, looking at history repeating itself, this is possibly one of the biggest things that brings my support to XRP over and over again. The idea that Bitmain creating ASICs, focusing a lot of the mining into just one pool or one specific controlled entity, kind of detrimental to the chain's health and safety. And honestly, looking at Monero fighting off the ASIC and Bitmain attempts is kind of cool. To prevent such resistance, Monero implemented a new strategy referred to as AAHF, Anti-ASIC Hard Fork. This changes the mining algorithm on the blockchain so that ASICs tailored to the old algorithm can no longer mine it. So, a cryptocurrency enthusiast said the fork did not lower Monero's value. Instead, the ASIC chains are the ones that are heading to zero because ASIC mining does not add value to cryptocurrency. I've said this many times that GPU miners have the upper hand against ASICs because they can adapt to any new algorithm. ASICs need to start over the development process. If a coin forks enough, they will lose money and give up. So, looking at developing ASIC chips, very specifically focused on one type of algorithm, saying that it basically pulls back the versatility of the original GPU miners and their ability to switch algorithms. So something, honestly, a lot of this stuff, I know that a lot of us maybe are knowledgeable about this. I know a lot of us are very knowledgeable about that. But in reality, a lot of this probably is not discussed enough. A lot of this is not discussed enough because this is real conversation. These are real conversations about where we are in this climate, in this political climate. This is what's happening. This is people trying to like make use of this technology and other people trying to profit from this developing technology right in this main moment. Bitmain being that that entity. Ripple, NASDAQ, ICE, invited by U.S. Congressman for ICO regulation. We covered this yesterday, and it's pretty much as it says in the title. Ripple, NASDAQ, and ICE invited by U.S. Congressman for ICO regulation discussion. What else would you want other than someone who is knowledgeable about something to be invited to partake in the discussion? This is a solid move, obviously. We said this yesterday. Who would you ask about buying a horse? Someone who's knowledgeable in horses, not someone who's knowledgeable in money. So, anybody know Plato's Republic? I'm dropping references. Plato's Republic. Give me a shout out. Okay, so cryptocurrencies in general experiencing some loss. After the Bitcoin boom, hard lessons for cryptocurrency investors. So, looking at one of the longest bear markets this entire year, one of the longest bear markets this entire year, what does that mean? What's happening? People are saying that we might have an extended winter. Anybody ever watch Game of Thrones? Winter's coming. That's right. We might not be there yet. People think this is specifically the bottom, and this is the danger zone. Danger zone! Any Archer fans? I had to. Okay, so yeah, we might not be out of the danger zone yet. We might not be out of the danger zone yet. That's potentially challenging to consider. I don't know what to tell you about that. It's true that we might not be out of the danger zone. Phrasing! Thank you. Phrasing! Perfect day for Archer. Thank you, Bricks. Bricks! Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Oh, yes. It is. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that analogy, too. I can't take credit for it. I stole it from Socrates, who Plato wrote about in his Plato's Republic. Gordon Gecko says, I don't think China will ever use XRP. Well, honestly, I was thinking about that the other day. And I know this is kind of one of the things that's like an underlying tension between geopolitical powers right now, wondering like what digital asset will the future be built on? Which one do we hold right now? How can I invest in it? How can I retire early? That's right. And so what are they saying? What are they asking? Well, basically we're saying that Bitcoin, a majority of the miner pools are in China, right? A lot of miners are in China. Ripple Labs is an American software company. And so there's speculation that there's like a digital asset war happening behind the scenes, possibly. The beauty of XRP and the reason I continually compound interest into XRP, and one of the genius functions of the design is their integration with ILP and the use of ILP with some of these digital asset platforms. So you're right, China might not ever use XRP. And this is kind of one of the things I say about the general consumer. Like the general consumer might not ever use XRP directly. But because the XRP ledger is so open and neutral, that means that they'll build on top of it, right? It's more likely that CBDCs, boys and girls, central bank digital currencies, will be built on top of a neutral asset like XRP, and then they'll build out freeze functions and control functions on top of it. Possibly they don't like XRP at all, and they build out something entirely away from the XRP ecosystem. It doesn't matter because the ILP will let them transact, and possibly they'll be using XRP to transact. It's hard to say. It's hard to say what's happening with this moving forward. I again think possibly this is also another opportunity to look at something that we don't ever look at. We'll look at that article in a second. We're going to go back and look at that article. But you know what we never talk about? And I'm kind of like starting to feel a little bit more like, maybe EOS. We never talk about EOS. But I'm kind of starting to feel like, is it something we should talk about? I might make a video about it. EOS is a really unique asset. It has this really kind of strange ethos around it. It has a very unique footprint. in the community. And honestly, that alone brings me to consider possibly saying, like, what is EOS doing? Like, what is EOS doing, and is it possibly a really good opportunity to look at EOS? We might do a video about that. EOS and ADA, good plays. I agree. Honestly, I think I've said this before. Anything in the top 10 is a good play, other than Tether. I think anything in the top 10 is a good play because a lot of this is still just all based off of speculation. A lot of this is based off of speculation, and that's interesting to look at. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. If China does use XRP, their economy will damage severely. You think so? Like, oh, if they use it directly, like if they direct support XRP? Why do you think that? Night Journ, tell me more. Tell me more. Is FUD around EOS true? Honestly, I don't really know. I don't know specifically too much about the EOS FUD. I know that people are very much up in arms about any different asset, and I think each one has a unique use case, right? Yeah, you're right. EOS got a lot of people up in arms when they froze some funds. They froze funds inside an account, and they reversed a transaction, and that pissed some people off. But I think that might also be one of the reasons that people might support EOS. They might support extra developments in EOS, their ecosystem maybe being developed, putting possibly a lot of putting a lot of potential, I think, in the space and thinking about how to develop it. I kind of like the governance. I could see in 10 years EOS being really big. I could see in 10 years EOS being really, really big. If China doesn't use XRP. Yeah, that's honestly one of the things that made me start thinking, okay, Nightly Journ, thank you someone for correcting me reading it. I didn't read it correctly. Night Journ said, if China doesn't use XRP, their economy will damage severely. Yes, I agree. I was kind of like, I don't know, when I thought you phrased it the other way, and you're right. I think that China knows that. I think a lot of people, I think even like the SEC and the IMF, I think that they realize that China made a kind of early jump at Bitcoin, and they have their mining pools now, and that kind of is what led me to the idea that Bitcoin was like a problem for XRP to solve. I never thought Bitcoin was a problem before. Until I started trying to place my focus. Like I try to pretend like I'm not me, and I place my perspective in other people. Like if I'm a legacy banker or if I'm an IMF exec, like what do I look at and what do I think of these digital assets? I didn't think Bitcoin was a problem until I thought about it from a legacy banker point of view. And then I thought, well, Bitcoin's actually the first time we've had a global asset problem, a global monetary problem. What happens when we have a problem? Well, it's an opportunity to offer a solution. So that's interesting to look at. Yeah, I agree. I don't know if that was purposely developed that way or what, but China might need to figure that out pretty soon. I'm afraid that China's developing, I'm not really afraid, but I would suspect China's developing something along the lines of their own CBDCs, their own neutral asset, and they're trying their best to keep up, but I don't know. Clara B says, EOS founder, largest store of child pornography. I'm pretty sure you're talking about Brock Pierce, right? I'm pretty sure you're talking about Brock Pierce. I don't want to go too much into this right now, but we can cover that in an EOS video. I looked into that. Brock Pierce was more, in my mind, more a child at that point. Brock Pierce was a child at that point, and he was part of that DIM network or DIN network or whatever that was caught with that whole child pornography ring. Brock, in my mind, at that moment was a victim. He was a young boy in that space. So in my mind, Brock Pierce was probably more of a victim than a perpetrator. And I know people often like to think that that leads the support to like devaluing EOS. But if you actually look at the history of all that, because I actually watched a documentary about that way before EOS came into the spotlight of mainstream media. And so it was interesting to see people come out and say that, because I was like, wait, I'm not like the biggest Brock Pierce fan, but I kind of like his like whole burner slash financial executive combo, sometimes I think it kind of irritates me. I'm like, dude, put on a suit, please, and like go be taken seriously. But I think he was more of a victim of that circumstance than a perpetrator of trauma purposely. I have no idea. I'm not really sure, but I don't really want to cover that too much in this video. Kikos, LOL, am I blocked? My questions are not going to chat. I don't think you're blocked because I can see your comment right now. I can see your comment right now. MF says, China using XRP will hurt the USD. That's true, but not if the USD becomes XR Phoenix. XRP Phoenix. Yeah, no, exactly. No one will have a choice. Whenever the payment rails are finalized and the infrastructure is built out, no one will have a choice. Like, there's no choice. It's like, which one's going to save me money? That's the one I'm going to use. And we're speculating that's XRP. But we don't know. We don't know yet. The utility's not there. The system's not built out. So it's speculative. It's speculative at best. Bitcoin was created by the CIA and the NSA to test out a new form of money. We are the beta testnet. That's honestly more along the lines of truth. That's more along the lines of truth than anything else. Tyson, you're right. It's a beta testnet introducing a problem. They did not have a global monetary problem until then. Why XRP is not $100? Because there's no utility in it yet. Everything's still speculative. All these tokens, for the most part, most of the tokens are still speculative. We're waiting for momentum, and we're waiting for hype and speculation to drive price. That's potentially not happening right now. That's not happening. Am I blocked? Jared, I don't think you're blocked. Why are people asking that? Hey, mods, are we blocking people and they can still comment? I don't understand. I don't think so. I don't think that's how it works. I think I can read your comment right now, Jared, so you are not blocked. Chris Rodriguez has a good point. Sometimes, you know, like you got to consider the possibility that it's not what you think it is. I don't think Ripple looked at Bitcoin as the item that needed to be solved. They are more interested in what real-world use case that solved a real problem. Interesting. I like it. I like it. Jack Levy says, basically everything's a big magic trick and then abracadabra, new world order. Makes sense to me. Make sense to me. Hey, what's up, Tweety Pie? All right. Just joined the chat. Heard Bittrex goes live tonight. That's what everyone's wondering. I don't think it's live yet. What if I told you David Schwartz is God? XRP Coin Crypto News asks, bro, are you ignoring my question? Question mark. Kungfu, where is the Satoshi Nakamoto is DS video? It's on my channel. It literally says, the real Satoshi Nakamoto, question mark. That's the name of the video. It's the name of the video. It's on my channel. Crypto is the global money reset. They've been playing this for a long time. Very, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, no one's blocked. If you can comment, if I can read your comment, you're not blocked. You're not blocked. It just, there's a lot of comments, and I'm sorry if I can't see them all in time. What else is happening in the news then, you say? Well, let's see. Top 3, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple coming out of the woods to reconquer captured lands, confluence levels. Well, it's kind of like a up and under chart. Looking at the price parameters for these top 3, the up and under, basically. So, yes, possibly. What was the title? Possibly reconquering captured lands. Yes, yes. Now, the The reality is that after the Bitcoin boom, hard lessons for cryptocurrency investors. And we know this. We know this. We've been in here for a minute. We've been in here for a minute. We know that when we say to someone on the street, I'm into cryptocurrencies, the first thought in their mind is, what a lunatic. Probably part of a cult. Part of a cult. Yeah, so it's hard. I can see this being a challenge, especially in the last 8 months. The $23,000 he invested in digital tokens is about $4,000. And he is clear-headed about what happened. So let's talk about this. Pete Roberts of Nottingham, one of the many risk takers who threw their savings into cryptocurrency when the prices were going through the roof last winter. Honestly, this is true. This is 100% true. What the reality is that a lot of people lost money. A lot of people put money in at the all-time high, and that kind of left a bad taste in their mouth, right? It left a bad taste in their mouth. They're like, crypto burned me. I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to play anymore. Sorry, I just saw some comments you guys are talking about D's a nice man and mocking him was wrong. Someone said, and someone else said, I just watched that video. You went too hard on him. Guys, welcome to YouTube. Okay? Welcome to YouTube. Not about D. It's not about me. I'm not attacking anyone. It's not a personal attack. Okay? It's just a video. It's just a funny video. If you can't laugh at yourself, life sucks. It's got to be so hard. If you can't laugh at yourself, it's got to be so hard. Believe me, I know. Believe me, I know. I'm still struggling with laughing at myself. Daily, I try to do it. Daily, I try to let go of my ego and my attachment to this perception of myself that I must maintain, like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Not a personal attack. Not a personal attack. A lot of people lost money. A lot of people lost money. Yeah, exactly. Better be careful. You're going to be living in a van down by the river. Better be careful or you'll be living in a van down by the river. I should have used that quote. I should have used that clip. So funny. So funny. 8 months later. So I talked to a lot of people. The other day I was downtown and I was like, hey, dude, what's up? Talking to some, I just love talking to millennials. Austin is such a hot spot for people to move here. People literally move to Austin because it's such a progressive, beautiful city, and they get here and there's so much happening and they're so young and bright-eyed and they're like, woo! And then, honestly, when I talk to people about crypto, it's one of the first things you can kind of see them like back up and be like, well, you can tell like if I look like a crazy person and if I was like acting a fool enough, they would probably not listen to me at all, right? So that's why I find this unique balance on my channel. Honestly, if I come out with these videos that are just straightforward, like telling you to invest in this stuff, it's super risky. It's super risky for me. I'm not a financial advisor. I am not telling you to invest in things. I'm presenting information and material. I'm keeping it entertaining to capture your attention to hopefully lead you to make a decision for yourself. Honestly, it's hard because, you know, I want you to get this information. Honestly, I want you to get this information. I want you to take this seriously, and I want you to be part of at least the conversation. I want you to be part of the conversation. So I know it's challenging. I talked to someone the other day, and I was like, yo, you ever heard of that Bitcoin? You ever heard of that XRP? And he was like, yeah, I put $8K in at $20,000, and now it's worth nothing. It dropped to zero almost, and I sold it. I was like, oh my God. I didn't say anything. I was like, oh, that sucks. I was like, that sucks. But in reality, like that's an experience a lot of people had. A lot of people have that exact same experience where they put money in the all-time high and they pulled money out at the all-time low. Probably not even the all-time low because this was like a few months ago. In reality, in reality, that's a challenging place to come back from. And it's not going to be, it might not cue on some people's minds that this is happening until it passes the all-time highs from last year. We've had 8 months of declines. 8 months of declines. If you're still in it now, if you're still looking at this space now and you've been here for 8 months, it's because you really do believe in the technology. It's because you really do look at this and you understand the utility of this technology. If you're brand new to this space, honestly, this is a huge opportunity. A huge opportunity because you have not been losing money for 8 months like the rest of us. So yeah, I understand this challenge. Mr. Roberts, 28, has a lot of company. After the last round of big price drops, many cryptocurrencies have given back all of their enormous gains they experienced last winter. The value of all outstanding digital tokens has fallen by 600 billion, or 75%. So, virtual currency markets have been through booms and busts, and recovered to boom again. But this bust could have been more lasting impact on the technology's adoption because of the sheer number of ordinary people who invested in digital tokens over the last year, and who are likely to associate cryptocurrencies with financial ruin for a very long time. You can see right here, this is the problem, this is the challenge. This is the challenge, I think. This is the challenge, I think, is the conversation around crypto possibly still having a dark shadow. I mean, a very, very heavy dark shadow over the narrative. Cryptocurrencies associated with financial ruin for a very long time. What the average Joe hears is how friends lost fortunes. This is important, guys. This is important. Listen up. What the average Joe hears is how friends lost fortunes. A former banker who has been trading in cryptocurrency markets for some time. Irrational exuberance leads to financial overhang and slows progress. Now, it's hard to know how many cryptocurrency investors are now in the red with holdings worth less than the money they put in. Many who have lost money in recent months have gotten into the market before the big run-up last year, and their holdings are still worth more than their initial investment. So at least throwing out some shout-outs to the people that were here before last year's bull run, and them still seeing gains, potentially those are the people more likely to be still taking low positions in the market because they're still in the green. They still see this benefit. They still see the benefit of this moving forward. So by many metrics, more people put money into virtual currencies last fall and winter than all of the preceding 9 or so. Coinbase, the largest cryptocurrency broker in the United States, doubled its number of customers, and the startup Square began allowing users of its mobile app, etc., etc., etc. So we said this yesterday, and this is something we talk about a lot, but thinking about the reality of these new developing technologies holding a better investment vehicle quality than the actual companies that facilitate their use. These protocol tokens having a better investment quality than the consumer enterprises that facilitate their use. So that's what I keep seeing. That's what I keep referencing, the possibility of picking the right protocol, the possibility of understanding utility before its utility. Understanding utility before it's utilized. Can we do it? Is it possible? There are tech believers and day traders in this space. Which one are you? Basically, are you long or are you shorting in day trades? It's hard. It's hard. XRP Grind says, I got a Ripple email saying expanding the XRapid system. Okay, tell me more. Tell me more. Crypto Curve says, if I lost $40,000, I would definitely invest. You need to watch the 2-minute video. Nuke it, BTC. Nuke it, crypto gets turned BTC. Bum, better, something. Something, something. Does that thing take batteries? Yeah, long. Very long. I think most of us are long. Obviously, it's very hard to day trade these. It's very hard to day trade these. You got to really be on top of your charts. You got to be really, really ahead of the charts to day trade these bad boys. So, Lightning Network is getting its own hacker camp. Bitcoin's Lightning Network is getting its own hacker camp. You're scrolling through an online electric store when a new drone catches your eye. Eager to fly it for real, you enter a string of numbers to submit your payment. You're not thinking at all about how, behind the scenes, it's Bitcoin that makes the impulse purchase possible. So, CoinDesk, talking about Lightning Network, thinking about Lightning Network. I'm not really sure. We'll possibly talk about Lightning Network in a video and break it down and look at where that is and how far along they are with this. I'm not sure exactly if I want to hype it up. I definitely want to look at it. I definitely want to review it. So, I'm not sure if you guys know about this trend, but laughing at the misfortune of other traders is crypto's fastest growing sport. At other traders. I don't understand. Are they non-crypto enthusiasts laughing at crypto enthusiasts, or are they crypto enthusiasts laughing at other crypto enthusiasts? What is it? What is it? Schadenfreude? Is it Schadenfreude? Schadenfreude? Yeah. XRP grind. Thanks for recapping. Bittrex going live tonight. The hard fork, David S. article, Monero actually fighting back ASIC. That's about it. That's about it. Of course it's a thing. It's hard to not sound preachy when talking to someone about this stuff. Lightning needs to be looked at. If you're into Bitcoin, you gotta be up on Lightning. That's true. It's very true. Where does the laughing thing go on? The world can be a mean place. And never is it more confident than on crypto Twitter and Telegram. In addition to enduring the anguish of seeing their portfolio shed 95%, investors are having their downfall shared with the rest of the cryptoverse for others' entertainment. Their practice, while occasionally cruel, does have its upside, providing relief and raising awareness for some of the egregious scams. Crypto has a favorite game whose popularity has soared in recent weeks as the bear market has begun to bite back, laughing at the misfortune of others. Well, I don't really like to laugh at the misfortune of others, but I do like to laugh. I do like to laugh. I don't know if I like to laugh at misfortune of others. I guess it really comes down to, like, everything's either a comedy or a tragedy. And whether it's a comedy or a tragedy depends on whether it's happening to you or whether it's happening to someone else. Now, I have compassion for every single person alive. I have compassion for any living being. Don't get me wrong. But quoting the Buddha, life is suffering. Life is suffering, right? So take your hard knocks, take your challenges, take your bruises with pride. Move forward. Be stronger. Carry more. Up your load. You can do it. It's Monday. It's Monday. You got this. So yeah, if you're not at a loss, you're not at a loss if you don't sell. I like this meme with the plates in the cupboard. That's funny. That's funny. Very funny. Very funny stuff. So, yeah, laughing at the misfortune of others, now popular. Huh. Okay. I believe it. I believe it. Now, one more. One more little bit of news. One more little thing to cover before we finalize the news today. Before we're done, Binance tracker available in beta. That's right. The other day, you guys were asking me about, like, whoa, how do you get reports on the coins? Well, looks like Binance, the world's leading cryptocurrency exchange, announced the launch of a new market intelligence app in beta. That's right. The mobile tracker is available for Android and iOS. I have not downloaded it yet. I just saw this in the headlines today, but this is something I will definitely be downloading and playing with, and if we need, I will make a video about it. Someone asked me the other day, like, how often do you look at the charts? And I said, never. I said, I don't look at them unless I want to buy something or sell something. And I have a ticker, I have an app, I have a bunch of different apps that help me stay up to date if a price breaks a limit or a price that I want to be aware of. Potentially, this is big. This is awesome. Binance may be watching my videos. I don't know. The other day, someone sent me a link that, like, someone embedded one of my live streams into a website. I was like, wow, wow. I recognize that there's a lot of pundits in the space. There's a lot of pundits in the space. So I try to be very honest. I try to stay humble. I try to stay truthful. I try to keep you guys informed. I try to keep myself informed as well. And I feel very supported and reassured by the fact that you guys are embracing my unique quality of entertainment and comedy and information. In reality, as I said earlier, it's what I like. It's what keeps me engaged, and possibly, it also protects me a little bit from the from people taking me too seriously, right? Like, don't take anything too seriously. Don't take anything too seriously. None of us are getting out of here alive. It took me a long time. It took me probably until yesterday. It took me my whole life. It took me 33 years of living to get to yesterday to realize I probably shouldn't be taking this so seriously, right? I should probably not be taking this so seriously. It's not that big a deal. It's not that big a deal. It's not that big a deal, right? None of us are getting out of here alive. We're all just here doing it. We're just doing the dance. We're jumping. We're doing the dance on the stage of life, right? We all have our roles to play. And Binance, referencing back into the beginning of this rant, Binance might be watching my live streams, or at least recognize the reality of the quality that this is a good idea to have all the coin prices and a ticker and a app in one place. In one place, they can give you available info, tracker info, exactly. So, according to its page, Binance Info allows comprehensive project information and market data for more than 1,200 digital tokens, including their issue price, ICO date, circulating supply. It supports both fiat and crypto pricing with multiple base currencies to choose from, and it offers real-time chart and indicators. I don't know if it says that they have necessarily like all the features I'm suggesting that they do, but it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty strong. Getting an app to give you all that information. If you can set it to notify you with price movements, that's a winning app. I'm not sure if it does, because it doesn't say that. Hopefully they do add that in. If you can get a notification from a price movement, that would be legit. That would be legit. So, what are we doing the rest of today? Kind of waiting to see what the market does. Will we have another drop? Are we going to slide further into the red for a moment before we see Bittrex go live? Inside the live stream, we've actually gained $2 billion. Bitcoin dominance is the same, and in reality, up $2 billion slightly. Will we see a drop later this afternoon, or will we see a run because Bittrex going live? Only 31 million volume in there. Only 31 million volume. So, volume for the rest of the tokens, we got XRP under Bitcoin Cash, EOS under Ethereum. So pretty much the same arrangement we've had. Nothing too new, nothing too crazy. And another beautiful Monday for us to get out there and retire early. That's right. So that's all we're going to do. That's pretty much it. Unless you guys have any comments or questions or ideas. Did everyone smash the like button? Thank you so much. Jill, thank you so much for the reminder. Everyone, please smash the like button. It means a lot. XRP Grind says, I'm MC Hammer, dancing all over this biznitch. Nice. Nice. You got your dancing shoes on. I like it. Very cool. So yeah, there's a lot of news today that's kind of like regurgitated news. I know that we had the ICO news. I know we had the Western Union, not Western Union, American Express with XRapid news. There's a lot of news that's kind of just being regurgitated this morning. Monday news that maybe came out over the weekend. We're going to do a video about convergence later and look at that. We're also looking at the, what else is happening that we wanted to look at? There was something else we're going to look at later today. No big deal. No big deal. So, Monday, how are we feeling? How are we feeling today? What are we thinking about the price momentum? Is it going to be dropping further? If you called up or down tomorrow, what would you call? Up or down tomorrow, what would you call? It's hard to say. I might say down. I don't know. I'm not going to say for sure. I usually don't say at all. I just like to ask you guys. But maybe a run up tonight, maybe a Bittrex boost, maybe a drop tomorrow. Will we see another slip down this mountain? Will we see another slip down this mountain? It's a good question. Bill Gould? Bill Gould, how did you know? Bill Gould. Is my helmet in the background? What's going on over here? Do you have motorcycle license? You are the man. Give it a chop. Thank you, everybody. Oh, G-Man, thank you so much. Yesterday, G-Man, I appreciated your super chat and your support, and then I ended the stream without thanking you, so I wrote a reminder. I wrote a reminder to myself. Thank you, G-Man, and thank you, Jack Malone, and thank you, Irian, for all my super chats yesterday. I didn't get to thank you, G-Man, so thanks a bunch. It means a lot. If you guys haven't already, don't forget to go ahead and join Binance, join the Robinhood app, get your free stock, all those good things, all the links if you want. Also the blah 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 blah, the songs you like, Gertie Beats. I got his links to get in SoundCloud. Excuse me, in SoundCloud. So, Gertie Beats, thanks for the music, for the intro, the outro. Thank you all for joining. Thanks everyone. Monday, check. Drink lots of water. Get some movement out there. Do some, do something outside maybe if you can. Get out there and get away from your screens today if you can. Watching around 8 o'clock, apparently they have a time that Bittrex is going live with the XRP to USD pairs. We probably didn't even hype that up enough today, but really seeing like the market still dropping, it's hard to go too hype heavy. But in reality, very exciting news. Bittrex going live today. Will it actually happen at 8 p.m.? Will it actually happen tonight like they said it will, or will it be another day? Also, Ethereum Classic going live. Not the biggest exchange, so what do we expect from that? I'm not sure. So that's happening tonight. Jack Malone, I did not get to watch your video, but I really, really liked your first one, dude. I really, really liked your first edit, and I really thought it was hilarious. I tried to download it so I could use it in an upcoming edit, and give you a shout out, because I really liked that. It was funny, and I appreciate the work. Jack Malone, thank you for your edit. I did not go check out the new one. I'll go check out the new one, too, because the first one was really funny, dude. It made me laugh. It made me laugh hard. Thanks a bunch, everyone. Remember to be nice to people. Everyone's struggling. I know it's an uphill battle for everyone. Don't take it personally. If you get roasted on YouTube, it might just be for fun. Cheers. Have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. Farewell. Be safe. Have a great day. I know I said it a million times, but I'm leaving now. I'm leaving. Farewell. It's over. It's over. Bye. 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 I know.